Hello and welcome to the updated WWE 2K23 modding basics tutorial. There's been some changes on how things are done when it comes to modding 2K23. We no longer need a patcher, which makes things just a little bit smoother for everybody. So I want to give you guys an updated video on how to get this done. So today we're going to install a bunch of new AEW related mods, but before we do that, we're going to have to grab some tools. So you're going to head over to the Pro Wrestling Mods Patreon and grab Caketools V1.03. You're going to grab a dynamic CakeHook. Now, dynamic CakeHook is going to allow us to install the mods without the use of a patcher. We're going to grab GFX Injector 2023, the sound editor, and then we can grab our mods. We're going to install the AEW DYNAMITE 2023 arena. We got these MJF and Britt Baker renders I have going up on PW Mods. We're going to grab Britt Baker and MJF from JOEMASHUPS AEW Fight Forever Pack Part 2. We're going to grab MJF's graphics. His graphics are from 2K22, but they will work in 2K23. We're going to grab Britt Baker's graphics, and we're going to grab Britt Baker's theme from the AEW Audio Compendium. So go ahead and give each one of these a download, and I'll show you how to get everything installed. To grab Britt Baker and MJF from the AEW Fight Forever pack, we're just going to click download. And then you can download each one of these if you want, but we're just going to do Britt Baker and MJF today. So you can just click Britt Baker's link, open it up, give her a download, and do the same thing for MJF. And to get Britt Baker's theme, we're just come to the AEW Audio Compendium, click download. Once you're in the Audio Compendium, you're going to see a lot of theme songs from AEW, but we're looking for Britt Baker, and your first instinct might be to go to the B's, but she's not going to be in the B's. She's going to be in the D's. Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, the Epic, that's the one we want. So go ahead and download that and put it wherever you want. So now once you've got everything downloaded and extracted to wherever you want to put them at, we're going to go ahead and install the sound editor. We can go ahead and launch the sound editor. We're going to do these theme mods real quick because it's the easiest mods to do. So now we can minimize our folder here. Go to File, Open, and now you may have to find your 2K23 install directory, but mine's already here. Let's go ahead and go to Music Pack 8 because this is where a lot of generic themes are at. Now we can just replace some songs in here. I'm going to go ahead and replace Fabulous Number 2. I'm going to right click, Import. Now go to wherever you download your mods to. We're going to go to MJF. His theme should be right here. His theme will be in the same file as his graphics file you downloaded. MJF theme, open, and now it should be replaced. Yes, Fabulous 2 has been replaced with MJF's theme. You can right click it, play, and test it out. Alright, sounds like it works just fine. We're going to do the same thing with Fabulous 1. Right click. Now we're going to grab Britt Baker's theme. Open. There we go. Now we can test it out.
The doctor will see you now.
Alright, sounds like those are working just fine. And we're done with the sound editor. That's it. It's the easiest mods you're going to do right there. Go ahead and close out the sound editor. Now we're going to go ahead and go to our CakeHook folder. Highlight both of these. Copy. Now we need to go to our WWE 2K23 directory. So to do that, we're going to open up Steam. Go to our library. Find WWE 2K23. Right click. Manage. Browse local files. And those two files we just copied, we're going to paste them right in here. I've already got mine in here, so I'm just going to replace them. And these two files are going to allow us to run mods in 2K23 without the need of a patcher. So now let's go ahead and open up Caketools. If this is your first time using it, it will say set WWE EXE. So I'm going to show you how that would work. So you would just go to your WWE 2K23 directory and just select the exe file. Now we want to add some mods to the game, so go ahead and minimize Caketools. Go back to your 2K23 directory. We're going to create a new folder. We're going to name it _mods. Go ahead and open that up. And now we're going to put our MJF and Britt Baker character files in there. Go to wherever you download your mods from. Let's go to MJF by JOEMASHUPS. As you can see, MJF replaces Fabian Eichner or Giovanni Vinci. Now we can't just drag and drop this Fabian Eichner folder into our mods folder or it won't work. We have to make sure we match the same folder structure that the game uses. So what we're going to do, all character mods are going to follow this folder structure right here. So we're going to create a new folder. We're going to name it Characters. It's always important to make sure you spell everything right when you're creating these folders or the mods will not work. Open up your Characters folder, and now you can drag and drop your Fabian Eichner into that folder. There you go. Now go back to your mods folder. Now go back to where you downloaded your mods. We're going to grab Britt Baker and do the same thing. As you can see, she's going to replace JC Jane. Copy her over to our Characters folder. There you go. Now, let's go ahead and add their graphics. So we're going to head over to Britt Baker's graphics. Now, I don't want to replace Tegan Knox graphics because JOEMASHUPS mod replaces JC Jane. So I want to replace JC Jane's graphics. However, if you do want to replace Tegan Knox graphics and just skip this next step, you can just copy over this entire movies folder into your mods directory and just continue on. But this is a different method I can show you to replace JC Jane's graphics instead. So go back to where you downloaded all of your tools and open up Graphics Injector. It says select your baked folder. Press the three dots. Go back to your 2K23 directory and open up your mods folder. Select folder. Select your SS files. Press the three dots and now go back to where you downloaded your mods. Open up our Britt Baker graphics here. Keep clicking through the folders until you see SS. Open up this Tegan Knox folder and highlight all three of these files and press open. Same thing for the ENT file. Go back. Movies. Titantron. We're going to go to the Titantron folder this time. Open it up and select our ENT file. And now we're going to select the character that we want to overwrite. And as I said, JC Jane is the one that's actually being replaced. So we want to replace her graphics instead. Or if you want, you can just replace anybody's in here. But that's what I'm going to do is replace JC Jane's. Select JC Jane and inject. As you can see, it automatically created the movies folder for us and put the graphics in here. We can test it out. Saved us a little bit of time. Now for MJF's graphics, as I was saying earlier, his graphics are actually made for 2K22. So we have to do this for MJF. So we're going to go to select folder. Do our mods folder once again. Let's do the same thing. Select our SS files for MJF. Select our ENT file for MJF. You can choose to overwrite anybody you'd like, but I'm going to go ahead and just overwrite Axiom's graphics. Press inject. There we go. And now it should have added his file to this Titantron folder as well, and it did. Wrong one. There you go. You can test it out and see MJF's Titantron in the game now. Now we can go back to where we downloaded our mods, and now we're going to install the DYNAMITE 2023 Arena. We don't want to put this in the mods folder. We're going to put it in its own separate folder. So just go ahead and open up this, and you see a folder called Bake Me. We're just going to drag and drop this entire folder into our 2K23 directory. We're not going to put it in our mods folder. Copy it over. And I'm just going to rename it to make it a little easier to keep track of. Put underscore so it stays at the top of the folder. AEW Arena. We'll come back to that in just a second, but now we want to add the renders for MJF and Britt Baker. So to add the renders for MJF and Britt Baker, you're going to open up your mods folder and just drag and drop this entire UI folder into your mods folder. Just like that. And now you can look in here and you will see their renders right there. And they're going to replace Giovanni Vinci or Fabian Eichner and JC Jane. All right, we're ready to bake these folders here. So we're going to open up Caketools once again. And we're going to do the arena first. So we're going to File, Bake a Folder, and select the AEW Arena folder we created. Select folder, and we're going to do this one as Cake Index 51. Press OK. Let it do its thing. It might take just a minute. Directory baked successfully. Press OK. And now we're going to do our other mods folder. Press File, Bake a Folder, select your mods folder, select folder, and we're going to do this one as Cake Index 61. Press OK. This one's going to take just a second. Directory baked successfully once again. Press OK. You always have to press OK or it will not load your mods into the game. Go ahead and press it, and now we can test out these mods we just added. Let's go ahead and head over to create an entrance here so we can give MJF his graphics. Find Giovanni Vinci. You can see he's got his MJF render, and later on I'm going to show you guys how to replace his name and actually have it say MJF, but for now we're just going to change his entrance over. As you can hear, he's already got his music. We're just going to change his graphics to all be axioms. There we go. As you can see, he's got his graphics. His character model is in the game, and it looks absolutely amazing. JOEMASHUPS never misses. And of course, he's outdone the actual AEW Fight Forever game. Now we're going to check and make sure JC Jane's in the game. Let's head over to a match. As you can see down here, we got the AEW Dynamite Arena that is replacing WWE Live. Head over to JC Jane. We got our Britt Baker render right there. If you weren't happy with AEW Fight Forever, well, JOEMASHUPS and a lot of the other talented modders in the PW Mods community have got you covered in 2K23. Absolutely outstanding job on this AEW arena as well. You even got the little commentary desk here. We even got the little commentary desk down here with the PW Mods and MetaTools logo. Whoa, fuck. So the only thing left to do now is we're going to change their names to their actual names in-game. We're going to change Giovanni Vinci's name to say MJF, and we're going to change JC Jane's name to say Britt Baker. So go ahead and go back to Caketools, go to File, Open, and open up Bake File 60. You're going to scroll down here until you see a folder that says SDB. Click that. You're going to click the English.sdb. Double click it. And you're going to press this little button right here. It looks like a box with an up arrow. And we're just going to save that to our desktop for now. File exported. All right, now we're going to go to where our Caketools is installed. You're going to scroll down in here until you find SDB Editor. Open that up. Open. Press this little button right here. And we're going to go open up our eng.sdb file. And this right here is every single string of text in 2K23. Literally every name, every subtitle, everything. We've got to sort through all of this and find Giovanni Vinci and Britt Baker's name, but it's not as hard as it seems. You can go up here to this little search bar, and we're just going to type in JC right here. If I can spell. All right, there we go. JC Jane. And in every single instance where you see it says JC Jane, we're going to change that to say Britt Baker. Let's go ahead and double click this. Type in all caps, Britt Baker. To make it a little easier, you can just copy that now. There you go. The same thing on this one. You're just going to do that on every single one of these where it says JC Jane. There we go. Now we're going to find Giovanni Vinci right here. And we're going to do the same thing. We're just going to type in, you can type in his full name if you want. I'm just going to do MJF. Copy those three little letters there. And to paste them over every instance that says Giovanni Vinci. There we go. Now we're going to click the save icon here. There we go. We can double check, make sure it saved them. And copy our English.sdb file here. Go back to our 2K23 directory. And now you're just going to create a folder in here. Call it SDB. We're going to paste that English.sdb folder, that eng.sdb file right in here, just like that. Now, go back to Caketools one more time. File, bake a folder. Open up your mods folder, select folder. We're going to rebake this over 61 again. Press OK. Let it do its thing. Directory baked successfully. Press OK. Now we can launch the game. Let's go ahead and head over to a mixed tag team match at AEW Dynamite. Let's find MJF. Oh, sorry. Let's find Britt Baker first. There she is right there. Got her name in the game. Now do the same thing for MJF. There he is. Let's go ahead and put them up against Becky Lynch and Seth freaking Rollins.
And her partner, representing Imperium from South Tyrol, Italy, weighing in at 220 pounds, the 24/7 champion, Giovanni Vinci.
And that's all it is to it for installing mods in 2K23. We no longer need the patcher. Just drop those DLLs into your 2K23 directory, and that's it. You're good to go. Super easy, super quick. Nothing to it at all. If you need any more help, you can reach out to me on Twitter at BradMartinYT. I'll try my best to get back to you as soon as possible. If you're not already, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, hit the notification button, and like this video. It really helps. Channel's monetized now thanks to you guys. Over 4,000 total watch hours. Probably about 6,000 now in just the last couple of months, which helped get me back to the monetization status. So I appreciate that a lot. And thank you guys for watching. There are more videos coming. I might go back to some gameplay style stuff. I might continue to do modding tutorials. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But until the next video, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!
I think the girls with their nails done now. Girls with their